So I came across this earlier from a YouTube channel called Council Watch, Colchester and Countrywide. I haven't watched any of their other videos, but I thumbed this up and subscribed because I found what was in this video very interesting. Now, the title is Councillors Caught on Camera, Taster of a Surveillance State. Now, at the very least, what I saw there is, in my thoughts, an example of the local network. Doesn't matter if it's Conservative, Labour, whatever else, councillor-wise, third sector, supposed charities, all the rest of it. The common denominator behind the scenes is the obligation in the networks. You know, Theosophy, Humanism, Freemasonry, Eastern Star, blah, 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 the New Age movement, yeah? And you know, no matter how many times, and I've said it so many times over the years, and I've not been on my own in this, you know, but people refuse to actually look at why and how these occultists are so successful. Because, you know, none of them really, many of them don't stand out, you know. And many of them are dressed like, well, actually, when you think about it, a lot of the type of people that apparently are turning up to various left-leaning, you know, pro-immigration, blah, blah, blah. Look, a lot of these networks, I mean, their job is but part, or to keep their job in many aspects, they have to facilitate and roll out and be active in the bigger picture, the bigger agendas, right? But what I saw here was just jaw-dropping was the amount of detail these people seem to have on individual addresses, yeah? To actually catch a video where you can see it. I mean, I knew they had it, yeah? Yeah? I keep saying to people, you are dealing with about 10% of society. Yeah? There is so many more people involved in this than most people realize. Yeah? That's why, you know, until people get their head around that, they're never going to work out how they're so successful, because most of them are absolutely almost invisible. But the data held in councils about individuals, yeah, because these people, in this instance, are Labour councillors, or at least one of them is, right? But when you look at it, they're of all ages, actually, pretty much, although more older than younger. But you would never realise that. I mean, I try and say to people, even in the bloody churches, they're wall-to-wall with these activists, the New Age movement, all the rest of it, and they all have a part. They all have a sort of costumery, you know, masquerading as the righteous and do great things in what's called civil society. You know, you can type that in, civil society, yeah, UK, blah, blah, blah. There is enormous networks of what are essentially underling occultists, all doing their bit to roll out what's going on in real time in front of our eyes, so that most people just can't get their head around some of the, at least in part, some of the detail. Think about it, on their phones in this vid, they know who is in. Oh, they can tell you, oh no, is it worth knocking on that? No, it's not worth knocking on that door. You know, look, under fair use, right? Let me play you this.
What do you think?
So this is a councillor.
27.
Oh no, don't do 27.
Oh no, don't do it. Yeah, sorry. We got her down as.
Yeah,
So there's at least 4 of them, right? One, let's be fair, old biddy. Another one, I don't know, it's hard to tell. 50s, probably the same. Him, I have no idea. Maybe 40s, I don't know. But on their phone, think about the data they have on. No, don't do that, though. She's.
That's Julie.
That's Julie. Julie hates us.
I've got Isabel Mary.
Yeah, she's a She was in the Labour Party. She left this.
She's a bit monotonous. No, we're not going there.
Disgusting.
I mean, this is why when you turn up to any kind of meeting, locally and, wherever it's held, we're looking for your feedback on doing something locally for the good of the community, all the rest of it. You've got shitloads of these people, networks. So if anybody's in there and they're trying to make their point and all the rest of it, and they used techniques like the Delphi technique, they have it all pre-planned, the outcome, but it's the illusion that you had something to contribute to it, and it was based on what you say and all the rest of it. Oh yeah, we'll go back to the drawing board, we'll do this, and we really appreciate your help. There's networks of these people, and most people don't realize these networks exist. Think about this one more time. Grab the speaker again. Think about this.
See what you think.
27.
Oh no, David 27.
Oh no, don't do it. Sorry. We got her down the.
Yeah, I put
I mean, they're in the churches, they're everywhere, honestly. And they're all looking at the others, at everybody else. They seize the cattle. Yeah. It's herd management on steroids. And they all look like Care Bears. But they're not. Be assured of that. Yeah?
I put her that's Julie. Julie's mental
I've got Isabel Mary.
Yeah, she was in the Labour Party. She left this.
She's a bit monotonous. No, we're not going there.
Disgusting, don't you think?
Honestly, I'll leave you a link to it. It goes on to show and do other things, but anyway, give me a like, a subscribe. I'd certainly appreciate that. A share, yeah, for sure. And I'll speak to you soon.